Hello!
Merry Christmas, Caitlin!
Christmas! Merry Christmas in July!
Christmas in July.
How are you, Lauren?
You know, I'm ho-ho Holly.
Oh my gosh.
How are you, Caitlin?
I'm doing great. I got the Christmas spirit. So why are we talking about Christmas, Lauren?
Well, Caitlin, I don't know if you've noticed, but the year 2020 has been a bit of a, would you describe it? A bummer? A little bit?
I think that's a word we can all agree on across all political spectrum.
Yeah, so it's been a little bit of a bummer, and I don't know about you, but nothing turns my frown upside down like the spirit of the holiday season.
Exactly, and we're always happy at the end of the year because it's the holidays.
Right.
And we thought maybe we can make the end of 2020 happen if we have a Christmas in July show.
And, you know, if anyone has ever talked to us for more than 5 minutes, you know that we not only love the holidays, but we feel a special kinship to holiday TV programming. And we just love that Hallmark isn't playing around and they're playing holiday movies. They're doing Christmas in July. So we figured if our heroes at Hallmark could do Christmas in July, so too could we.
Yes. And the truth is we miss our family and we miss our friends. I have not seen any human that I know besides my husband since March 11th, 2020. That person was you.
Yes, you were the last person that I don't live with. Besides, shout out to friend of the show, Raquel Powell. I have socially distanced walked with her. But that's about it. And I have not seen my family since Christmas.
Same.
And I don't think I'm going to see my family again before Christmas.
So hopefully we'll see them in the chat tonight, blowing up the comments of this live stream. And one of the only good things about everything that's happening is we can host a show where the performers are all over the United States. We've got the best comedians from New York, Los Angeles, upstate New York. We're not even sure where they are. And of course, Lake Conneaut, Pennsylvania.
America's favorite lake.
And I'm willing to say we have the funniest man from Lake Conneaut, Pennsylvania.
Oh, I'm confident. I'm confident that the funniest man at Lake Conneaut is scheduled to appear on the show, whether or not his Wi-Fi will allow him.
Yes. Those of you that watched our Smash show know that Tim Dunn had some internet issues and did not make a real appearance, but he is coming back. He's upgrading his router right now. He's hacking the mainframe. Mm-hmm. He will get here, okay?
Now, for anyone who's going, what are you talking about? What Smash Live show? What's going on? You know, maybe a friend of yours who's going to be appearing on the show tonight sent you the link and you have no idea what you've gotten yourself into. Right. Well, if you're meeting Caitlin and I for the first time, first of all, hello, hi, how are you? And second of all, we stand together. We are the self-proclaimed professors of pop culture.
That is correct. We are smart people. We talk dumb topics. We have a podcast that comes out every week on More Banana Network. And this show is going to be evocative of that podcast, but I would say so much more.
So much more, because you can see us.
Okay.
And I'm in my closet. For anyone who's been listening to the podcast, I've been recording in my closet. Tonight, I'm being brave and performing outside of my closet. So.
That's huge. And I am once again... First comment.
Thank you so much, Zeke Smith. Zeke is commenting on the bow tie. Perhaps he recognizes it because he has a matching one. Just putting it.
Okay. Wow. Well, I am once again using my hamper desk. The computer is actually also on top of 3 puzzles to elevate it. And I once again have my extremely neutral background, which guest Mariah Smith said I could be anywhere, maybe in a bunker.
Yes. Mm-hmm. I'm not convinced you're not.
Who can say? I haven't seen anyone I know except for one man.
And we don't know for sure what's going on there. So one of the things, as we mentioned earlier, that we love the most about the holiday season are made-for-TV holiday movies, which you will be hearing us talk about a lot tonight. And I just want to say that we have been really worried about the upcoming holiday season slate, and Caitlin did some great investigative reporting.
Yeah, and we know that our fans are nervous right now because there's like, where's the new holiday movies? What's going to happen? Am I just going to watch all the ones from last year again? Yes. But we have actually great news. Candace Cameron Bure has been allowed to cross the Canadian border because she is an essential worker. I am not kidding. She is filming a holiday movie right now. She was let back into Canada to film a Christmas movie.
That's true. That's true. And it's really exciting.
Yeah. She is talking about it.
Let's hear it from the source herself.
But like Chris, she's seeing that filming in a pandemic comes with its own set of safety rules.
Yes, it does.
We're abiding by all the Canadian laws, and we have to quarantine.
We'll be the only two people in a home for 2 weeks until we get to start production.
Candace spent the 4th quarantining in Vancouver with her Hallmark movie mom, Mary Lou Henner. Production on their Aurora.
Gold.
How did we get
Talk
Canada
about gold.
We
I
are considered
didn't
essential
quarantine
workers
for
because
any
of
amount
us.
of
They can't
Mary
work
Lou
from
Henner.
home,
I-
and the film employs about 200.
Yeah. I just need to say how thankful I am to the country of Canada for declaring Candace an essential worker. Because yes, for my mental health,
goes doctors and nurses, Hallmark stars, grocery.
no, the Hallmark original movies are essential to my health.
And honestly, between making Hallmark movies and her husband being an NHL player, Canada owes everything to the Bure family, okay?
Yeah. I honestly don't know why she's not prime minister.
I don't know that she's not. I haven't followed up.
I assume it's only because she hasn't accepted the position.
It's true. And she does mention 200 people work on that movie, so it's a lot of jobs.
It's a lot of jobs. She's supporting the economy.
Thank you.
And, you know, before we jump in to the main event, which is all of our wonderful guests tonight, I do want to just share a small taste of a made-for-TV holiday film that has always supported me. You know, during the dark times, I find comfort in a little film that the incomparable Haley Duff starred in, and I would love to share a little piece of that film with you right now. And I share this with you all to hope that it brings you all the comfort it has brought me in the past, in the present.
This small town girl
You're listening to Dr. Love in the Morning, and we'll be back with more of your calls right after this.
with a big heart.
Oh, my little reindeer. There's no way I could ever get rid of
Marsha Brady.
Pepper Sterling is the troublemaker.
Getting crazy.
Yeah, so if you're not sure what's going on,
that
Haley
everyone loves to
small
hate.
town radio host,
away with whatever he wants.
and she has a foil and another radio host. And they fall in love, as they are wont to do in holiday.
Where the heck is Idlewild,
Would you say
Colorado?
one of them is more naughty and one is more nice?
Yes, I would. So the male radio host is definitely naughty, and Haley is definitely nice. And together, they learn lessons about all about the holiday season. You know?
That's great. Now, would you call Haley the forgotten Duff?
No, not in my life. She is the one I think of first, foremost, and always.
Well,
In the greater public conscience, yes, I don't think we think of her enough collectively. Personally, I love her. Like, look at this. I just loved it. Anyways, well, that's all. I just wanted to let you all know that if you're feeling down, naughty and nice is out there. Thank you, Haley. Thank you, Hallmark. Thank you, Snowy.
that's a great one to know. And I actually wanted to also share a piece of Christmas media that I stan. We're using the vocab word. If people don't know, it needs to be obsessive fan of. We were going to have Mariah Smith, but she booked a job. She couldn't come on. She was going to talk about the Kardashians' many different Christmas cards. And I just want to highlight their Christmas Eve party, which is a different tradition that they have. Mm-hmm. So this is just one shot from it. I couldn't go through them all, but I think we all relate to this. We all see ourselves. I
definitely see myself. Where in this photo do you see yourself? Because I know exactly where I am.
I am the halter top.
Oh, interesting.
I'm
definitely the tiny peppermint purse on Chris's hip.
The purse is iconic. I think we all grew up, you put your baby in a turban, you put on a halter top, you get your sexy mom out, and you're having fun, and that's Christmas.
Yeah, that is Christmas. In fact, it's confusing because if you hadn't told me this was a Kardashian photo, I would have thought this was one of my family photos.
And why did they get the world's most uncomfortable chairs?
Yes. Well, you never want to sit at the holidays.
That's true. Rich people, they just end up spending their money on uncomfortable things.
Yeah.
Honestly, Merry Christmas in July to the Kardashians. They're going through it.
They are in it right now. Ooh. But
so that's what we stand. That's some of the things we love.
Mm-hmm.
And we get to Victoria says, wow, thank you. I don't know what specific thing, but honestly, you are welcome.
You are welcome. Victoria, thank you. Thank you, Victoria. Thank you.
Yes. So should we introduce our first guest?
I am shaking with anticipation. I've honestly forgotten half of the things I wanted to say because I'm so truly excited about our first guest. Let's bring her out. Let's please welcome to the stream.
Yo, Animal Crossing background.
I'm also in a bunker, so I have to hide the fact that I'm in a bunker.
No, we never talked about how we're both in bunkers. We've been talking about it, but we haven't. Angel, how is your Christmas in July going?
Pretty good. I like a chilly, hot Christmas. Yeah. And, presents. I love presents.
Yeah. Did you get yourself a present for Christmas in July?
Got some chicken breasts and let's see, junior mints.
Ooh.
Or junior mints minis.
Wow.
So junior.
Yeah.
So not exactly.
Yeah. It took it a little far there, you know?
Yeah.
It took it too far for my taste.
I know. I just smelled it.
So,
but anyway, that's it.
We wanted to talk about, I think, some of the most important celebrities who celebrate Christmas. And we couldn't do that without you because I wanted to talk about boy bands and how they celebrate. And I consider you, honestly, one of the foremost experts of our times.
In the world.
Yeah, I would say so. I would say that. Yeah. Yeah, definitely in a deeper level that no one can compare to. When I was a teenager and now, honestly, it always comes back.
We honestly, Angel did our live show on boy bands last year at UCB, and I think about your presentation at least once a week, at least.
Yeah, so let's look at some of these fashions. And these are primarily our 90s and early aughts boys, our generation.
That's who we grew up with.
I did some archival research for us all to review. So here's them as Santas. And then here is truly a late 90s, early aughts obsession, which was winter gear. I believe snowboarding was invented around 1998. And everyone in pop culture became an expert.
Wow.
Yeah, I definitely had both of those posters in my room. I recognized them instantly.
Where's the Santa the best?
Which is the best Santa?
Yeah.
I think it's obviously Kevin. I
feel like it's Brian because he's the hood is kind of off to the side, so it's a little chill.
Only Kevin is really taking on the whole hat.
That's why I want to give it to him because I feel like he's the only one that's Santa's already cool. It's cool to be Santa. He's not trying to he's like, I'm sexy enough and so is Santa. We don't have to try so hard. It feels.
Okay. I like that. Now, next up. Now, a girl group. Destiny's Child. Whatever happened to these three? Nothing?
I haven't heard of them in a while. Angel, do you know what happened to Destiny's Child?
I think they're still friends, but I don't know.
That is honestly absolutely most important. So here they are again as three Santas with a teddy bear. And then here they are again in snowboarding gear. I guess they were on the slopes for 8 Days of Christmas, their album. Remember that one?
I do. I can't.
Is that true? There was 8 days? I didn't know that.
Yeah, there's 8 days. It's true. Canonically, because once Beyonce says something, it becomes absolute irrefutable fact.
Absolutely. Okay. Now, which of the Destiny's Child girls do we feel pulls off Santa the best? It's close.
I think they're all
Kelly.
Kelly is on the phone.
With the arm. I just like the glove, the long glove.
On the left, and the middle one is B something.
Beyond, no, like, come on, they're all so gorgeous. Every single one.
Actually is. Yeah, each time I kind of go to choose one best dress, I sort of end up picking them all.
It kind of just depends on what mood you're in, because they're both winning the game. They're just serving you different energy, because every single one
is closest to the teddy bear, so I'm going to give it to Kelly.
The teddy bear is a nice touch.
So next up, we have, I believe, NSYNC. Yes. So here they are as Santas.
Wow.
And yes, here they are in winter gear with Gary Coleman.
Huh.
Don't know what happened with that, but certainly rest in peace. And we have another photo, I believe, of NSYNC. Yeah, NSYNC really went for this look. They loved a puffy vest. They loved an Old Navy performance fleece, and they love a shiny fabric. That is their thing. I feel like their Santa costumes were very early on in their career, maybe a Germany tour. It's not.
Right. I hate it. They're very bad at Santa. The other two groups crushed it.
It doesn't. They need to do a redo, and I think that will help 2020. If they can come back with a stylist and do this, they could save us.
What do you think, Angel?
Yeah. It looks like they were photoshopped into a background too. So it's like not even in a real like room, you know?
Right, but it's just a room.
Yeah.
You bring up a great point.
Why even?
In front of nothing. So which means they must have been in somewhere
bunker
at the mall.
Lance also looks like he just ate something bad. I'm sorry.
He did. Lance is now. I forgot to mention actually. Lance spends the earlier part of Christmas Eve with his family in Mississippi, and then flies to be with the Kardashians in LA. That's Hollywood for you, folks.
Wow.
No.
I forgot to mention that earlier. Yes, that's true.
Can't.
So wherever Backstreet Boys and NSYNC are, you better believe 98 Degrees is sure to follow and try. Canonically, there are 4 members of 98 Degrees, so they had to get Goofy to help them. They don't even have the full suits. It's really rough.
I think actually Goofy was in the original group. So
Goofy did a solo career. He was more famous. And then you have their, they went to the Buckle and shot this album cover. It's rough, guys.
Okay, I have to say something. And Angel, I defer to you on this. You are the ultimate boy band expert.
Right.
But I have my feeling is their Santa is actually better than NSYNC's because Goofy brings their hotness level to like a 10. But I think they're honestly second after Destiny's Child for the second look. I think Destiny's Child had the best ski look, but they have the second best.
But
I agree.
It's cowardly. Like, if you're giving me 90s winter, put on some goggles. I better be able.
They don't have the ski thing.
Yeah,
they're more like inside. They're like inside the lodge.
Why is there no One Direction Christmas song?
Wow. Now we're getting philosophical early in the show.
Angel, do you have an answer for why there's no One Direction Christmas song?
They don't believe in Christmas.
Wow.
Sorry.
That's basically the end of my conclusive research. I tried to find whether Boys to Men had ever dressed as Santas because I thought that would be cute. No.
They're just too cool. They're too cool.
I just wanted you guys to see where I had Googled Boys to Men Santa. Nothing. They give you nothing. And you'll be heartened to know the trend is back because BTS is Santas.
They believe in Christmas for sure.
Who's in a religious sense? We mean,
Is there? Do you have a favorite BTS member?
Me?
Yeah.
The B. B and BTS is my favorite member.
So that's it. That's our conclusive research of boy band members dressed as Santa, also in winter gear. Sometimes not Boys to Men, but also BTS.
Wow, I love it. Angel, was there anyone that we didn't include that you feel like needed to be on that list? Is there any like iconic boy band Christmas that we forgot?
5. That was a good one.
Wow. Great pull.
Great pull.
They're always in the back of my head. Always my favorite.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, this one, maybe not so much boy band, but still BB Mac. That's another.
Sure.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Up west. What are they called? West side.
West Life, right?
Westlife. There it is.
She was just testing you, Caitlin. She was testing you.
Yeah, I was testing you. Mm-hmm.
Hillary Ross says Hillary Duff had a good Christmas album.
Who's that? Does he mean Haley Duff?
Thank you.
Right.
I appreciate that.
Sister. Haley has a little sister, and she did some acting.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't approve either. Angel Yao, you're just a delight and a half. What do we do?
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you for being here. And, watchers of this live stream, keep an eye out because Angel's going to be on the podcast very soon. So you can get up close and intimate with Angel in a soon.
Yeah, just going back home. This is my regular home. See, this is my bunker. Sorry, so embarrassing.
No, I'm so glad that you covered that up because this is really embarrassing.
Yeah, I know. Sorry.
Scary.
Awkward.
Awesome. Well, Angel, thank you so much for stopping.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Merry Christmas, Angel.
Merry Christmas, Angel. Angel.
Oh, what an angel. Angel is an angel.
I mean, wow.
Wow. Well, I don't know about you, but I'm having the time of my life.
I couldn't have. This is my best night ever.
This is the best night ever. And we have so much show left to do. I think we've got another amazing guest coming up. But this is the magic of live stream. We, it really does feel like Christmas because it's like on Christmas, there's going to be presents under the tree. And you just don't know which one's going to come. And in our life, our Santa is our producer, Rodney. And Rodney's going to send us a present right now. He's going to send us a guest, and we're going to open this guest up like a beautiful present. And
I believe I don't know if you're someone who likes to spoil gifts, but I believe Fat Carrie Bradshaw is here.
What?
I'm here.
Fat Carrie!
Merry Christmas, lads.
Merry Christmas!
Oh my God.
Wow, how are you?
I'm good. I didn't realize Angel was so wealthy.
Yes, extremely.
It's a best kept secret in New York City comedy.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask her to borrow some money after this.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. She did. She Venmo'd me right before the show. That's how I bought the streamers.
Oh my God, they look expensive.
They were $1.
Oh my, you don't say. Wow.
Thank you.
Wow, you did not overpay.
Thank you so much. So, Fat Carrie. I've known you a long time, and if there's one thing I know about you, besides the fact that you love a dark lip, it's that you love the holidays.
I do. Listen, you would. Oh my God! Look at that. Who made that? That's stunning.
Our beautiful producer Rodney Brazil animated this gorgeous photo from when you did Playgirl.
Playgirl. I did Playboy.
I know what I said.
I know what you said. I did Playboy, but yeah. So I feel as though a lot of
issue that in the back. It was a double issue where if you turned it over and read it upside down.
It was for a couples.
Yeah.
It's the remember when they did the
Spice Up Our Life issue?
Gels together, whatever they were called.
Mm-hmm.
They would get like sexual gels with. Regardless, we're on Jesus's birthday, so let's.
It's Jesus's half birthday, if you will.
So, a lot of people would think it's off brand for me to love Christmas, but I live for it. It's cheerful.
What is your favorite part of Christmas? Like, what is it that you're here to stand tonight? Like, what is it that we are celebrating with you?
Okay, so today I'm bringing all the men that I wish I could get married to from my favorite holiday films. Okay. And see, I already the clip of Naughty and Nice, I realized that I did forget Pepper Sterling, who is the male lead in Naughty and Nice, which is a sublime film. I fall asleep to it many nights a week.
Yes, I know that. Chris and Fat Carrie and I, for 2 years, shared a premium Hallmark Channel account so that we could watch Christmas movies. So I know just how many times you've seen that film.
But they did rip that off because they didn't give you all of the movies.
Oh, we wrote strongly worded letters to them, and before we came.
Yeah, I do have an issue with that and the gay thing, but I still subscribed.
Well, they're going to make gay ones this year, allegedly.
We'll see. But I do have a bit of a PowerPoint presentation.
Show us. Again,
show your work.
Okay, so we're going to start small, okay? Don't spoil it, okay? So the father from Home Alone, okay? John Hurd. He's sweet. He maintains a nice disposition even when his son is missing. See, now if you go next, that's the issue. John Hurd did not age well. And I do feel bad. Right before this, I looked it up and I was like, he's definitely still alive. He did die in 2017.
Correct. So he really didn't age well. He passed away.
So he will not be in the reboot of Home Alone, and neither will I. And that is on Hollywood. And his doctors. If we're going to go to the next slide.
Okay.
Okay, who do we? Okay, see, this is not what you expect. Okay, no. This is Mr. Duncan from Duncan's Toy Chest. Okay, Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, which was part of the reason I moved to New York City. So Mr. Duncan is supposed to own and manage a giant toy store, modeled after presumably F.A.O. Schwartz. Those are 2 turtle doves he gives to Kevin because he knows Kevin is lost in the world. So that's why I'm into Mr. Duncan. And I'm assuming he's wealthy. He owns F.A.O.
I just have to say, I am startled and confused by these choices so far, and I can't wait to see where it goes next. That's
okay, well, also I should say this is going in a sliding scale from least to best.
Okay. And is this actor still with us?
Oh, I can't imagine. This
was
in 1994.
I bet not. He's an old man.
But who knows? You know, science does crazy things. Not for John Hurd, but in general. Next slide, please. Okay, Nick Viall from The Bachelor in A Christmas Cruise. Now, I know what you're saying. It looks like him and Vivica A. Fox are not even actually taking a picture together. It looks photoshopped as the Christmas tree and the ocean. He did have one line in the film, and that was but he was featured on the cover and in all the advertising, which was surprising. He is a scumbag, but he's hot, so that's why he's on the list. But just barely before Duncan from Duncan's Toy Chest.
This does make me feel good about my skills of like photo editing, because I feel like if this is what we're saying is professional, I can do it.
Heuristic. We can go to the next slide, please.
Nick Viall, very much alive.
Okay, so this guy.
I love him.
So this is the prince and the princess switch. Now, a lot of times the prince is portrayed in a negative light, okay? Mm-hmm. They want us to believe that he's all bad, but he's actually a very sweet guy. But Vanessa Hudgens, you'll remember she plays both roles in the film.
Of course.
She's not into him, okay? But her twin sister from Belgravia is into him. So there's the whole thing there, but he's actually very sweet. He gives to charity. When they're trying to find the prince, they're like, where is he? He's helping children, okay? So he's very much a Prince Harry, if you will. You know, he's not fitting in with the traditional royal duties, but he stands for something, okay? And so that's why, I'm into him. But if we go to the next slide, please. Oh, I forgot he was on the list, okay? This actor, I don't know what his name is, but he is Brazilian, I believe. I looked it up.
Okay.
I think maybe he's Portuguese. Okay. Either way, he is in. Can either of you identify him?
No. I don't know what movie he's from. No, I don't. I can't. This headshot does not look familiar.
He's from Christmas with the Cranks with Tim Allen and Jamie Lee Curtis.
A sexy movie. We all agree.
I mean, he's very sexy. So in the movie, their daughter is going to South America for the Peace Corps. Okay. And so they're canceling Christmas. They're gonna ironically go on a Christmas cruise instead. But then last minute they get a phone call that she's coming home with her new fiance. They'd only been dating for a month, and he plays that role. He also only has, I think, a couple of words. But he is heavily featured in a romantic scene where they are chasing a bank robber, and he's sitting in the car in a snowstorm with a man we later find out is Santa Claus. So
listen, I just need to say, if I had been before this whole live stream started, I would have been really confident placing a bet that I could guess who would be on your list of holiday hotties, and I would have lost. I would have lost so bad. Ken coming in hot saying, if Tim Curry from Home Alone 2 isn't on this list, I will clap, scream. Well, hold on to your ass. We'll see what happens.
You might end up screaming, bud.
I couldn't do too many people from Home Alone 2, so I'm sorry to disappoint. But we'll go to the next slide. I think I'll be... Oh, that's him again. Now we remember him, yes?
We remember him from that, yes.
Like, and you know, I love nothing more than a man in a sweater, okay? You put a man in a sweater by a fireplace.
Ooh!
Oh my God, you're going to have to get bounty paper towels to clean up my mess, okay?
Oh, sponsorship.
Because I will flood that wholesome room with, let's just move on. I've had 3 seltzers. Okay, Henry Golding. Okay, now this film was last Christmas. He plays, so I'm going to be honest, I've never seen the movie. But he's obviously on the list. Because even from the trailer, the movie's not on any free streaming services. Okay, and I don't have time to...
Isn't there some big twist in this movie is the thing?
Oh, no.
I read about the twist, so that's why I never saw it.
What is the twist?
Feel free to spoil it in the comments for us fans.
Yeah, I don't... Listen, he looks like a man that I just want to lie next to, okay? Now, let's be clear. He would never be interested in me. This is a man that would look at me and be like, this is why... can confirm, Henry... Okay, we get it. I'm offended, and I'm sad, and oh my God, you know he smells so good. I bet he does.
Well, we know he does. We have confirmation.
I'm going to have to text Zeke after this. Do you have his number? Okay, well, let's move on because...
Kevin with his shirt off.
Now, he's from the Princess Diaries as well, also dating the other Vanessa Hudgens. Okay. Not Princess Diaries, Princess Switch. Also dating the other Vanessa Hudgens. And he's kind of a nerd, okay? He's a baker. People don't really understand his vibe. He's a single father. We don't know where the mother is, but you assume something tragic. And then there's a scene where he comes in to check on Vanessa Hudgens' B, and he asks for toothpaste looking like this. So Kevin is definitely on the almost top of my list.
Okay.
We can go to the next slide. Okay.
Wow.
From the Christmas Inheritance, and I'm sure everyone recognizes him from The Office. He's a big star. That's our man. Yes, okay. He went from The Office to Christmas films. It's a Netflix original. And he plays a very iconic role of an innkeeper who went to the big city, lost it all, okay? He was very disappointed because his Wall Street girlfriend cheats on him. Okay? And so then he moves back to Snow Falls, New Hampshire, I believe it is. And it's a beautiful film. I've also seen it many, many times this week. Okay. Now this, I bet you're looking at this and saying, now that's a man. But guess what? That's not a man. That's a ghost, because that's the lead love interest from The Spirit of Christmas, where he plays the spirit. And he's difficult to deal with. He's not very pleased about anything. He just doesn't want people inside of his home. But, of course, he meets the right girl who's in real estate, I believe. And they meet, and she frees him from his daily hell. He only goes 12 days a year, mind you.
Sure.
They don't clear up where he is the rest of the time.
Okay.
But it does say that it's cold. Can someone get Fat Carrie a husband? No, who the fuck commented that? I'm kidding. I know who it was. Don't throw stones in a glass house, ho.
Wow, 0 to 60.
Well, we're moving on to my husband.
Oh, yes.
This is your ultimate husband?
So this is my number one, okay? This is Quincy from A Christmas Calendar, okay? A Netflix original where Abby, the female lead here, she gets a magical calendar that predicts the future. And I know what you're saying. You're looking, you're like, he's not that cute, okay? But if we can go to the next slide. Okay. So this is his Instagram. This is from his Instagram. And do you know who his father is? Diddy. Okay.
So right.
He's the adopted son of Diddy.
Yes.
And his mother was Kim Porter. She passed away. It's a whole thing. But he is something else. And if we go to the next slide, look at that sunset also, huh? This is my hand. This is from his Instagram. And this was, he was doing a photo shoot. I was there. I was supporting him, yeah. And he had a little schmutz on his face during the photo shoot. I reached in, and Annie Leibovitz, who was the photographer on this set, snapped the image.
Wow.
So that would be our save dates, but he wants to keep things small.
Okay. Well,
yeah. So
congratulations for getting your hand on his face.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Lauren, you know, I wanted to do one more thing before I go.
Okay.
If that's okay with you. You know I love to sing a Christmas carol.
I know. You love to sing. You have called me many a nights asking me to meet you in Koreatown to get a private karaoke room so you can sing me Christmas songs.
And can you believe that we can't be there right now?
I know, it's hard. This is the longest I think we've ever gone without renting a private karaoke room for us to just sing Christmas songs for an hour.
And trust me, I feel that pain. So I'm gonna sing. If you could just mouth the lyrics, because you know I forget the lyrics sometimes.
Oh, you want me to help you mouth the lyrics?
So you mouth the lyrics, and I will sing. Okay.
Yeah, I can mouth for you.
Cool. So if you want to count it in, just because sometimes that's the better.
Yeah.
The lip syncing is.
Sure. I can help you. A 1 and 2 and 3 and. Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright, round yon virgin mother and child. Holy infant, so tender and mild, sleep in heavenly peace. Sleep in heavenly peace. Oh, Fat Carrie, I feel like you remembered all the words. You didn't even know.
You sound amazing, Fat Carrie Bradshaw.
Thank you so much. I am a vocalist. I am a vocalist.
You didn't need me at all, but I was happy to hold your hand.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for being here. I'm so excited that I now have a deeper understanding of your type. I will be, I've been watching a lot of India Matchmaker on Netflix, and now that you've given me this, I feel like I can find you your soulmate. So,
thank you.
Thank
I
you.
do just want to be very clear that Pepper Sterling is also on the list. So if you ever tried anything with him, that would be like backstabbing me. Just because he wasn't on the PowerPoint does not mean he's not on the list.
Okay, Fat Carrie Bradshaw.
Bye, Fat Carrie. We love you. Goodbye.
And thank you, Anna, for your comment. Wow, it was great. That was amazing.
Yeah, Fat Carrie has a beautiful voice.
Beautiful voice. You're good at mouthing.
Thank you so much. I do know lyrics.
The next guest. Oh my gosh.
Oh my God. I'm freaking out about our next guest. I can't wait.
Okay. Obviously we're all obsessed with the Christmas verse and we desperately want to be a part of it. But our next guest has actually been in a real deal made for TV movie, The Truth About Christmas on Freeform. Please welcome Ali Gandor.
Hey y'all. Merry Christmas in July.
Yes, Merry Christmas in July. Thank you for being here, Ali.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Oh my God, I cannot. I'm like honestly shaking right now because you
were in a Christmas movie.
Ooh, you have lived my dream. And it's a good Christmas movie too. Yeah. Like it's a good one. It's so fun.
I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, it definitely felt like being part of a genre that in itself is magical.
Absolutely. And it's on Freeform. Freeform's taken over, okay? Live Hallmark need to watch out.
Big fan of Freeform.
Here's the thing. We think about Hallmark when we think about made-for-TV Christmas movies, but Freeform is coming for its ass. Like, their movies are so good.
Yeah, and I want to say they've probably, moving forward, they've probably got the edge. Hallmark has shown itself a little bit to be a bit of a dinosaur in terms of changing and adopting your current cultures and stuff, I feel like Freeform's coming for you, Hallmark.
Oh, 100%. 1000%. And I am just so thrilled that you agreed to be here because I feel like I'm talking to not like it's beyond a star. Like you feel like I feel like I'm talking to a literal like angel right now because you've lived in the Christmas verse.
It's a star on top of a Christmas tree. It's an angel on top of a Christmas tree.
Well, my goal is next year to make Fat Carrie Bradshaw's list. So
oh wow.
Okay. Here we go. I love it.
What an honor that will feel like.
I mean, we have like 1,000,001 questions, but my first question is, was it winter when you shot the movie?
It was absolutely not winter. No, it was July and like peak July. This was in Ontario, Canada.
Oh my gosh, it's like what Candace Cameron's doing right now.
Yeah, exactly. It's like a hotbed of Christmas movies there. I don't know if that's just like the arrangement they have or budget reasons or what, but they film a lot of Christmas stuff up in Canada.
Well, I was gonna ask you, once you make a Christmas movie, are you in like a club where like you get all the intel? Like, are you like in a group chat with all the other actors who have booked Christmas movies? Like, is there a secret society of Christmas actors?
I'm not allowed to talk about it, but I will say yes.
Okay.
We have a secret cabal every December 27th.
Random.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I've already said too much.
Okay. I don't want you to lose your membership or anything like that.
No, honestly, it was like brand new for me tapping into this world. Only after doing the movie did I sort of realize like what a culture there was around Christmas movies. Because like I've done a smattering of random projects, but this was the first one where I did it, and it felt like after it was out there, got so much response back from people who were like, I watched all of those movies and I saw yours. And I've never had that experience before.
Wow. That is
cool.
Did you know that there's a Christmas con? Like Comic-Con, there's a con for Christmas?
Yeah, I've heard of Santa Con, but never really understood what it was. I don't know if that's different or
very different
thing.
Okay, all right. Teach me, please.
The weird thing about them is I would go to both.
And you are truly the one person on planet Earth. So SantaCon is a sort of like drunken bachelor party on the move where everyone's dressed as Santa in New York City on like December 7th.
Okay, all right.
Christmas Con is like more like Comic-Con for Christmas parties.
Yeah.
People peddling their Christmas wares and spreading their various Christmas items, that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. And I both are problematic, but I don't see the problem. Like that's what I'm
because you're drunk at both.
Thank you.
So what was it like to film the movie? Like, I know did it leave you like you left the set and you're like, well, wait, it's just like August 1st. Why isn't anyone else talking about Christmas?
Yeah, it was odd. I think the weirdest part about trying to get into Christmas mode in July is just straight up the temperature difference. So like we would be filming stuff where, you know, the set decoration, they did it beautifully. Outside would look like it was, you know, fresh snow, full everything. And then you'd be in like a heavy coat, but it would be like 80 something outside. So you're just trying to act like you're not sweaty, you know, but you're actually very sweaty the whole time.
Sweaty. That's what you studied
for. That's my biggest challenge in acting in general.
Yeah,
so.
Totally. I get it. Well, you brought a clip with you of the movie, and I would love to share it. And we're gonna play this clip, and we're gonna be on the side. So if there's any like director behind the scenes commentary that you can give us about this clip, we would be so thankful. So
yeah, I guess this is just so Jillian has been, I'm gonna try to do this the shortest way possible. Jillian has been cursed by Santa and she is not allowed to lie. Okay. Her boyfriend, fiance, is running for mayor. She comes to visit his family while she is under this Christmas lie curse. I'm her brother, who is like mostly a sweetie, but right now is being real protective and kind of like skeptical of her.
Nice. Amazing. So we're going to roll this clip now. And while the clip is rolling, if you have a question for Ollie, put it in the chat and Rodney is going to choose the best audience question he sees in the chat. So one person is going to get their question answered after this clip. So we're going to roll this clip now.
Now, come on. An 80-year-old civilian? I feel like someone like you could handle that in her sleep.
Someone like me?
Yeah, you know, someone who basically lies for a living.
Oh, excuse me. How dare you just take what I do and distill it down to the most simplistic definition. I've worked very hard to get where I am, okay? Politics is a very complex world. This game of strategy, what I do is very important.
Mm-hmm. And what exactly is it that you do again?
I tell people exactly what they need to hear so your brother can get elected.
Bingo.
George warned me you were difficult.
Oh, by difficult, he means I disagree with him on most personal, social, and political issues, and it makes him crazy, then yeah, I guess I'm difficult.
Oh, George likes us to look really good in pictures, you know? The camera adds 10 pounds. We're in the limelight. George.
Georgie, why?
Dad, I like a thick woman.
You guys, I miss haircuts so bad.
Also, I like a thick woman too. I give it up for thick women everywhere.
That was an improvised line. We did a whole day of like a breakfast scene, and it was just like, you know, it was I think like, you know, 8 or 9 different seats, and so it was just like a full day of this way, that way, just coverage. And by the end, everyone was super loopy, and so that was like just an improvised thing that we threw in. And the director, Jake Harris, was cool enough where he was like, I'm putting it in my cut. Let's see if Freeform approves it. And they fucking did, which was awesome.
Freeform's the best.
Yeah, truly.
Okay, here's the question. Ken McGraw is asking, during the audition, did they have a prop axe or did you have to improvise one?
Iconic.
Wonderful question. Yeah, I started doing a space work axe, like just because I felt like he should have one. So for the scene, I was doing kind of like this thing. And then everybody was looking at me like, what the fuck? Have you ever seen anything on TV ever? And so props came and gave me a real axe, which I demanded be bigger. So that's the one that you see finally.
That's amazing. Now, I'm going to be selfish for a moment. And I have to know, for those of us whose ultimate life dream and career goal is to be in a made-for-TV holiday movie, what advice do you have? Like, how do we ascend to join the secret Christmas society?
You got to write to Santa every year. A lot of people stop when they're kids.
Wow.
I think that's the biggest mistake.
That's the basics.
Yeah, that's one of the basics. Is at that point where you sort of lose faith and you drop off. That's kind of your chance to rocket past everyone else if you keep doing it.
So smart.
And then beyond that, you know, just keep rolling those awful dice of show business that we all love so much. I think that's it.
Amazing. I'm gonna write my letter as soon as this live stream ends. Thank you so much.
So much.
It is such a joy to meet you, and you are definitely gonna be on Fat Gary's list next year because this is one handsome guy.
Oh hell yeah! Can't wait. Merry Christmas in July, y'all.
Happy holidays. Wow. A real star in our midst.
I am shaking. I'm kind of in love.
I think that this could be the match for you.
I'm in love. I know he wanted to get off that Gary's list, but he's for sure on my list.
This will incense Fat Carrie Bradshaw if you find a husband from this.
Well, speaking of finding a husband, this person who we're about to bring on is not single, but I would welcome him to be my husband. I think we got to bring Brady Callahan on the show.
Brady Callahan, what a
that was
nothing, just like that, huh?
Yeah, sorry. I don't know. A proposition is a transition, right?
Yep. You're the MFA, so you tell us.
Thank you. Thank you. I am a college professor. And to my students that I've seen in the chat that are watching, you can't ask for your tuition dollars back. I'm so sorry.
So, I mean, Brady, what are we working with here? We got a nutcracker?
Hey, it's Christmas in July. It's also baseball opening day. So, I got this guy.
Wow. This is one of the most important mementos of all time.
NBA starting up soon. So we got Santa with a little basketball. Thought I would give a little shot there. So hope everyone's stay safe. Much love to our professional athletes who are bravely playing on Christmas Day in July. So,
and much like Candace Cameron Bure, they are essential workers. They must go back to work.
Wow, that is fun. Like, the pandemic is awful, but it is fun figuring out who's essential and who isn't.
Yeah.
I'll say that.
Most of the Bure family is the answer.
Streamers, essential.
Absolutely. Can't live without them.
Yeah, I did get a text from my mom telling me that my background looked like I was celebrating Halloween. Process that, fam. Process that.
Well, now that she said it, I can't unsee it, but I didn't see it before. So
she had notes. She had mid-show notes.
Barbara is powerful in that way. Once she labels something, I only see it that way.
Well, speaking of power, Brady, we love you. If you've been listening to the podcast, Brady is a connoisseur of country music. Mm-hmm. And we couldn't do a live stream show and not talk about the correlation and connection and symbiotic relationship between Christmas and country. And as the world's leading expert in all things country music, Brady, what are you standing about the holiday season and its connection to the country?
Well, I stand many things about Christmas and many things about country music separately. But where they align is good old fashioned,
right,
and down home values.
Thank you.
Relentless joy and merriment, which I'm all about.
Wow. I mean, I think you just described yourself too.
Wow.
It's true.
So we asked you, I mean, you're kind of our country Christmas correspondent, 3 C's. We outsourced it to you. So we asked you to find a piece of media that was most evocative of the fun of a country Christmas. And we'd just love to show the world what you found.
Yeah, it's evocative for sure. I relearned the definition of evocative when I saw this.
It's real special to me. It always reminds me of when I first started out. We sure had a lot of love back then.
That's about all we had.
Well, honey, we always had good things to eat on holidays.
Oh, that's true.
Because I get out my Crisco and I do some special baking. I love trying out new recipes. And every year, I find all kinds of new things to bake with all vegetable Crisco. Looky here, cranberry cherry pie. And talk about a flaky crust. Even the girls are finding great new Crisco recipes. Patsy made these chocolate bonbons, and Peggy made this wreath cake.
Peggy?
Loretta made these raspberry snow bars.
Right good.
Honey, quit talking with your mouth full. There's a lot of great tasting holiday treats you and Crisco can make. There's two things that always makes a holiday special, and that's great tasting food and being with the ones you love. Right, girl?
Look for Loretta's Crisco recipes in your favorite women's magazine.
Crisco to you proud. Every time.
Woo! It really sticks the landing with the favorite woman's magazine.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
I
So
love about it.
My favorite memorable line, talk about a flaky crust.
Y'all give a shout out to Rodney Brazil, our incredible live stream producer.
Everything happened, and he had to make sure the flaky crust was recognized. And he's not wrong.
I just want to say, before we move on to Brady, like, we gave Rodney full permission to interrupt at any time, and he waited till about an hour in, and that's I just love, like, that's what spoke to his soul, and I love that about Rodney.
Yeah. What's best about this is it's like a little Rorschach test. You know, everyone sees something different that they want to pull out. That's their favorite part. Flaky crust, like, I knew it was there, but it takes someone else pointing out to me that 100%. That is a highlight.
I also enjoy that it's sort of a Trojan horse of like, I'm down home, I'm simple, I'm country. She makes sure all of her family members have a speaking role in that SAG commercial so that they all get residuals for the whole decade of Christmas commercials to come. Like, she knew what she was doing there.
So Brady, you say that when people watch it, they see different things. What is it that you see?
That someone jumped out and went Peggy.
Is that her name?
Her name is Peggy. That's just how Loretta says it, but it does sound exactly like Peggy.
No, that's a better name. That's what we're saying now.
I love it.
I think the thing that really gets me is like right at the very end, where she says something like, the thing about like Crisco like delivers, and then she keeps moving her head as if she's letting it just simmer, and she's like, every time. She's like, know that it's true to her because she's like taking the time to really put forth her best delivery right there. And that's what I like about it.
I would read an oral history of the making of this commercial. And I will write one, frankly.
She has a whole series. She was like a Crisco spokeswoman. It's single one her husband do, like kind of like gets into like a little tussle with her where she's just like, don't talk with your mouth full, or like, hey, if you eat this, you better get up there and dance. And he's always like, all right.
It's crazy because they have a famously horrible marriage. There's literally an Academy Award-winning film about it that had been released like 4 years previous. And it's like, well, it's like, remember that guy who married me when I was 13? Well, now we're eating cookies.
Yep. Like, we had a whole lot of love back then. He says, that's about all we had.
What are you mad about?
Oh my God.
I loved, what is his attitude? Like, you were always singing those dumb songs.
Out of her way to feature him tasting all of her food in every single one of these commercials. And he seems to love the food.
The food looks great.
The food looks good. And I have to say, Brady, Brady, he's a good guy and he's going to give you options, and he sent us options. And one of the reasons I was like, yeah, we got to go all in on Crisco is because 90% of the fun of the holidays is the food. You know what I'm saying?
1000%. My mom was a big sugar cookie with Crisco gal around the holidays.
Part of the holidays is like overeating too. And there's too much food in this commercial for sure. For 4 people, insane amount of food. But I will tell you, you'll never have pie nearly as good as any pie that the baker calls pie.
I'm worried for them. They have no main courses. They're just eating sugar.
Okay, I'm curious, y'all. Like, what is the food that is on the table and makes you go, it's Christmas now? What is your food that you're like, it ain't Christmas till I had a bite of?
We said it, but I do think like sugar cookies.
Yeah,
you know?
I have to say, but part of that's because now it's just stuck in my brain, and until I have one, I won't be thinking of other food.
And Angel says just like Crisco. I think Angel just eats Crisco at Christmas.
Crisco over butter. And look, we're friends with both Crisco and butter here. So we don't want to take sides in the war, but there is one.
Yeah. I love.
And Crisco right now. So, especially. I do want to give a quick shout out to Benjamin, who commented that he loves country Christmas, especially Amy Grant's Christmas, which
wow,
this is one of the most underrated Christmases.
Wow, thank you, Benjamin. You are correct. Brady, that would just transitions well into a question we wanted to ask you, which is who hasn't done a Christmas album that should?
Hasn't done a Christmas album, and might be a good time for them to reunite. Like, I don't know, has Dolly Parton done one in a while? Because I could use another.
You know what? That's a great point. We need to always hold her to a higher and higher standard.
And I will say, thank you for bringing up my queen and my savior, Dolly Parton, because as much as I love food, hashtag thick girl, Christmas ain't Christmas till you heard Dolly. Like, Dolly is the sound of the season for me.
Yeah, I think so. Well, Brady, this has been an amazing journey into country Christmas.
Thank you so much, Brady. Thank you so much. We
thank you to the Nutcracker and the little Santa playing basketball.
So good.
So much work.
We love it. I know he's not single, but I would like to make sure that Brady knows my proposal was serious. Just putting it out there.
Okay, Kristen, I don't know if you're watching this, but don't worry, she's quarantined. Zeke said butter flavored Crisco. So he's always making peace, I feel.
Zeke is a good, and we'll talk about this because Zeke will be up at the end of the show as our mic drop guest, and we will get into it. But Zeke understands Christmas and he understands being Southern. And you know what? Our next guest understands Christmas. And Rodney, bring in our next guest. We got to bring in front of the show, Anderson. Hello, Anderson.
Oh, you just get right in there, don't you?
We do. We just jump right on in.
I was just backstage watching. I was like, this is fascinating. I was like texting people being like, you guys, do you know we could do a live stream? And like my designer friends were like, no, Anderson, we're done here. We just can't.
And you're like, no, but watch this. It's great.
I know. I'm like, no, really, there's a backstage and everything. You should do it.
I knew Lauren and I would have an influence on the design community in some way. And who knew this would be it?
Anderson, thank you so much for being
This is your contribution. Thank you.
Thank you. So Caitlin and I, when we first started We Stand, at the very beginning of our journey, we did an ode to celebrity Christmas. And Anderson was on one of our very first We Stand Together live shows at Rest in Peace, UCB East Village. And Anderson gave a breathtakingly beautiful presentation on celebrity Christmas interior design trends.
Where I was too over prepared and the audience was like, wait, what's going on?
Well, they could not appreciate the gift you were giving.
They were slow.
You were right.
The theater closed.
But they had great Christmas trees that year.
There were great Christmas trees that year. But Caitlin and I, when we were talking about the show tonight, we were thinking about that Christmas show, and we were like, oh shit, we got to talk to Anderson because the Lord, people have like checked out of 2020.
Oh yes, they have.
Everyone's checked out, but I know, Anderson, that you are a man that has hope. You are a man that has vision. You are a man that has imagination. So I know you got your eyes on the Christmas season, and I know that you are hopeful for the possibilities that can come before we close the curtain on 2020. And so we had to reach out because we want to dive into that beautiful optimism of your incredible imagination. And we have to ask, what are your predictions for Celebrity Christmas 2020, the bleakest year of American history?
This is what's going to happen. We've all been locked in our homes. We've all been looking around. I know in our industry, a lot of our interior designers are super busy. I think this year you're going to see Christmas on steroids. I think everybody's going to go over the top.
Yes.
It's going to be like, who can get the biggest tree? Who can really deck the halls? Mm-hmm. You're going to see the biggest set of balls you'll ever see, ever. Like it's going to be obnoxious. It's going to be like Liberace and Elton John got together and was like, let me tell you what we're going to do. We're going to really slay Christmas. And then you sprinkle in a little Mariah Carey in there. And of course, hello, you guys were talking about Dolly Parton earlier. Yes, that is the sound of the season. When Dolly Parton starts, followed by a little Mariah Carey, people are going to lose their minds. Hopefully the world will be, you could like be around people again. But if you can't, people are going to be like, you know what? I'm going to spend all this money I saved on my Christmas.
So Anderson, for people that want to keep up with the Joneses, thinking forward, I love your optimism. Like, what can we, the average Joe Smo, do to feel like we are celebrities this Christmas? Like, what trends do you think we all need to get on top of, and like, how do we do it?
I would say splurge on a fabulous pre-lit Christmas tree. We did that last year.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, you've gotta get a good one of those ones that look real. Like if you like a fake Christmas tree, that's fine. Yeah. But if you're gonna do a fake one, splurge on one of those like ones that people have to get real close in and be like, is that real or fake? Mm-hmm. I live for a fake one because then you can store it, put it away. Because listen, we're not all rolling the dough. We're not buying new trees every year. So I think if you want to be a big baller shot caller, get a good pre-lit Christmas tree. Do white lights. I'm not really a big fan of colored lights, but do white lights and do a lot of make your decorations colorful, and just go all out like glitter, sequins. If you have a disco ball that you want to work in there, work it in there, because that's what celebrities do. Celebrities go over the top because hello, it's all for the gram. If you're not gonna put in the work for the gram, I mean, then you're not really living like a celebrity. So
you're giving tough love, but like it's what we needed. You know what? Don't let this horrible year end your gram. Okay, the gram comes first.
No, you gotta go strong on the gram in Christmas.
Now, Anderson, I don't necessarily want to drag you into my family drama, but I feel I have to. Uh-oh. My mother earlier this evening texted me my background looked like Halloween. Am I serving Halloween or am I serving Christmas? I defer to you.
Listen, your mom was right. Didn't really hit the Christmas thing over the head, but listen, does it spark joy when you look at it? Mm-hmm. We're done here then.
Okay, so I need to know what brought me to Halloween instead of Christmas? Like, what is this?
You don't have any balls. There's no balls. There's no like garland. It's about the balls and the garland. And let me see a peppermint moment in there somewhere. The green string with the glittered background. I don't know. I don't think that was your strongest performance. I think you could do better. I know you can.
Oh, Anderson, you should be a reality television judge.
Okay, 2 things in my defense. 1, I bought red stars and I lost them. 2,
that's in your defense.
I accidentally hung up the silver side instead of the gold side. If I had gold instead of silver and red stars, would have helped or hurt.
We would have gotten somewhere. We've gotten closer. But listen, here's the thing. That was, your intentions were good. Okay. However, what you've executed here that the world is seeing, does not read Christmas.
Would you say it's Halloween, or what would you call this look?
I will call it a look.
Okay.
It's a look.
Looks.
But there's sparkles. There's sparkles there, so that's great.
There's joy there, you know.
There's joy.
And we want to see if these images spark joy for you, Anderson. We have 3 celebrities. We have 3 celebrities dressed in their holiday best, and I just want to get your opinion on their outfits. These are obviously not from Christmas in July, but from the past couple years. The first one is Ariana Grande.
Oh.
What do we think? Yay or nay?
That was Ariana was that's you know what? That's a yay. That's a yay. What is that? Okay. Like what, Hollies?
That's Hollies.
Yeah.
It's a cute look. I
With
like
their traditional cat ears, the traditional Christmas cat ears.
Okay, so note to self, more Holly. Got it. Okay.
This is the A-Rod and J-Lo family. I'm not exactly sure where they are. I think they just like went to dinner.
Yeah. Doesn't that look like you just popped over? Like I feel like they're at New Year's. I feel like, oh yeah, I'm gonna just recycle this for New Year's celebration. And I left my tree up. I didn't take it down yet. This is a no for me. JLo, you could do better.
What do you feel about little miniature Mark Anthony there though in the front? I'm kind of into him.
Oh, with the little, is it the slick back hair that he's giving us right now? He's serving us everything. In this, like, you know, what is that? Saturday Night Live, Disco Inferno.
Oh, Saturday Night Fever.
Saturday Night Fever.
Oh,
Very
awesome
80s
80s
prom.
prom as well.
Yes, very 80s prom.
Those older 2 daughters don't love being there, but that could just they're in a tween phase, you know?
They're like, sure, I'll take the picture. Come on, let's do it. It's good for the gram. It's JLo. I'll get likes.
I hope J-Lo follows them. And then this is, you know, the Smith family.
Yes!
Goofy moment, obviously, not in a high fashion moment.
But this is what Christmas is. Now, this is a Christmas look. You get a little goofy, but still it's festive. It's fun. The colors are loud. You know that it's Christmas. You know, Lauren, take notes. This is what
Okay.
your background.
I have my notepad open. Okay, what do I do?
Lots more colors. See, now the reds, you know, if you had the red stars, that would have elevated the whole situation. But
It would have helped, right? Like,
It
here's
would
the
help.
thing though. My receipt says I bought them. I don't know where they are.
Okay, we'll go in.
Okay, so that's good. Thank you. We don't need to look at these guys.
More casual.
You know, that's just for you. Well, Anderson, I just want to say thank you so much. Thank you for helping me do the work because, you know,
reflection.
Here's the thing: at We Stand, we love education, and we know that you have to be a lifelong student. So even if you're a teacher, you still have to be a student. And so I thank you so much.
Yes. Cheers to you.
Such real.
Cheers to you.
And Anderson, I also have to thank you because I just want to take a quick moment to say shout out, happy belated birthday to Mike DeFrancisco.
Yes.
Mike DeFrancisco, if you're a fan of the podcast, if you follow us on social, Mike designs all of our art and Anderson is the person who keeps him alive. So
No, I think
it's all a chain. It's all a chain.
Y'all keep each other alive, but y'all love it. Like, I love you, and I love that I love that Mike introduced us, and I'm so grateful to have you in my life, to learn from you, and to thank you, Anderson, for blessing us.
Anderson, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Thank you for continuing to entertain me. Thank you so much. It's past my bedtime, but thank you.
Go to bed. Merry Christmas, Anderson.
Merry Christmas in July, everybody.
Wow.
And you know what? If you loved that discussion of fashion and you're like, I want to hear more about this Mikey guy's art, let's show this little image, this bad boy, because we recently had style icon Jonathan Fernandez on our podcast.
Yes, this week's episode back.
It's still at the top of the feed. This is the beautiful art. Wait, which way?
Yeah.
I'm glad it pointed. Anyway, I might be having.
I was about to make fun of you, but it's actually really hard to point in the right direction.
The point is, I think you guys know which thing we're talking about. And Nailed it, Lauren. Please check out our new episode with Jonathan Fernandez, and all of the art is by the amazing Mikey DeFrancisco.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Fernandez. Thank you, Anderson. Well, we got an amazing guest next. So for those of you who have been following Caitlin and I's journey, we do the podcast, but we also do other things like write a pilot.
Yes.
And back in November, which is better known as the birth month of Lauren Brickman, we shot a pilot and we met an incredible actress.
Amazing.
I'm perplexed.
I love working with her. This is our pilot that hopefully you will see soon. The third lead was the incomparable Ellie Hahn.
Hi.
Ellie, thank you for calling yourself Grimes.
In the pilot, Ellie plays our assistant, Grimes.
Guys, how are you?
You look so cute.
First of all, Ellie, you were one of the most effortlessly beautiful people I've ever met in my entire life.
No, once I saw you guys decorating and everything, I went to my room and I was looking for something I can put something, and I found this screen. It's perfect.
It's a look.
Thank you for having me.
Being here. We love you. We stand for you. So Ellie and I have the same manager, and she sort of match made us and Nicole, Estelle, if you're watching, great job, because we had never met you before you came and worked with us, but Ellie owned our asses so hard on set.
I was so worried before because obviously I never met you guys, but then as soon as I got there, I think because of my role too, just had to stick with you guys. And then I realized my role was wow, they love me so much, and I love them.
Ellie had the nightmare that everyone else on this show can only imagine, which was spending 12 hours a day with us for 3 days straight, including we each had to drive each other around, which was precarious.
That was really hard, harder than the driving test.
Ellie was in a precarious situation of both playing the role of our assistant, but also being the person that we are most obsessed with, simultaneously are asking her to serve us, but also we worship her, and it creates a really interesting dynamic. And Caitlin and I talk about this a lot, but we're we have never felt like someone looked us in the eyes and understood us the way that you did.
I think I do. I want to see.
Yeah.
So we wanted to play a game based on that thought, a version of the Newlywed Game. Rodney has our answers from before. Okay, so there's no oh my god,
new
cheats. But Lauren and I will be hosting. Also, still,
I feel like it's $1 million questions. So I'm
it is pretty much.
It is.
So we asked ourselves 3 questions beforehand, gave the answers to Rodney, and now we will ask Ellie, aka Grimes. So, Ellie, what is our favorite Christmas song?
I have something in my mind.
Okay.
But I won't say that because I was on the backstage. And then I saw Lauren sing a song, Silent Night. So I think that I will go with, okay, maybe not. That was my thought, but I will go with Frosty the Snowman.
That makes sense. We do have a storytelling song.
We do, but reveal the answer because close, but not quite.
Okay.
We understand why you would think that of us, but and I get it. And on one level, yes, but on another level, no.
Okay. Are you gonna tell me the answer or no?
Well, we're trying to buy time because we know there's a graphic.
Yes. Hard candy.
Yeah. But we get why you said Frosty, but it is actually all roads lead back to Dolly.
I do like Frosty. For the classic ones, I do like Frosty.
Frosty is the best.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. All right. Next one.
All right. Ellie, what do you think is our favorite Christmas drink?
Eggnog. Rum.
The only two people that actually like it.
We had to like talk each other out of not drinking it tonight because it's too hot.
I'm so happy.
It's too hot for eggnog. Unless someone wants to bring us some right now, I'll do it.
I mean, like, I kind of regret talking each other out of it because I could fucking throw down on some eggnog right now.
Okay, and what do you think is our favorite Christmas activity?
Watching a Christmas film.
Oh, wait. Before you say that.
Can I go? Okay, can I go one?
If you hadn't watched tonight's live stream, based only on those 3 days we spent on set, what do you really think our favorite?
Opening presents. Right?
Honestly, you're being nice. You're very nice. I think your heart is too pure because I think you know the real answer.
And I'm with you guys then. Please call me.
And we were like Rodney for making a drunk penguin.
No, but we were like laugh, crying, remembering. So at the end, when we finished filming the pilot, Ellie, there was just the three of us in the car driving back from set, and Ellie just like leaned forward and goes, "You guys are gonna drink hard tonight."
Oh. Did you? Yeah.
Affirmative.
I mean, yeah, we definitely have to do it together.
Yes. Well, when we can all break free, we'll all share an eggnog together.
Thank you so much for being here. And Ellie, just know that you are a part of our Christmas wish. And our Christmas wish is that our pilot that we all shot together almost like back in last November, our Christmas dream is to sell that pilot. Right? Like that's the dream. And so Ellie, we're gonna show everyone the teaser trailer. So do you want to set this up? Tell everybody what they're about to see. Like,
I mean, I can't explain it because it's something very new. I can't even put words on it.
Well, the show is called One Horse Town. This is the Pookie pilot. Please enjoy.
Now One Horse Town.
Ladies, I'm so glad that I caught you.
And we thought, it was going to be like nerds. But actually, a lot of people recognized us.
It's so hard to distinguish memories from 2004 from movies from 2004.
Please don't trigger them.
Funded a documentary about this?
Grimes, can you check on her or? I had notes, but Tori Spelling still has me blocked across all social media platforms.
The creator got me too pretty hard.
But do you maybe need a hug? Do you need a hug?
No.
He won a Canadian Teen's Choice Award for Degrassi Nights.
Lead? It was an ensemble show.
Totally, and I had the most lines if anyone counted, which no one did. I didn't have that kind of time, and I certainly never would have asked my assistant to count them, and I've never asked my current assistant to recently recount them.
It's so crazy when I remember that you actually turned down Vanessa's role on Hot Hospital.
I mean, did we learn nothing from my season 2 arc?
Our names are...
And those names are on the no-fly list.
Yay! Oh my god!
So fun.
It was so fun. Ellie, thank you so much for popping
on. Grimes, everybody.
We down Ellie Hahn so hard. Merry Christmas, Ellie.
Wow. And you saw that Carrie Bradshaw also.
Yes, Fat Carrie Bradshaw making an appearance. Fat Carrie Bradshaw, as we know, books.
He does book. He's a busy man.
All right. Well, another busy man that we're about to have on this show is... You know what? I'm going to stop myself before I introduce him because I feel like we need to give some context to why we've invited him here tonight.
Our friend Ken. Hello.
I'm going to need you to not speak for a moment because we need to really set up why you're here. Oh, he's gone now. Great.
our friend Ken went viral with his actually cross social media sensation.
Yeah, can we have that headline, Rodney?
See the headline.
Let's see the headline. So this is the headline. Guy hilariously trolls Christmas lovers all year round after being added to group.
And we see Rudolph and our dear friend Ken McGraw there. Just to give everyone some backstory, this is an invite-only Facebook group that a handful, let's say, of our friend group had been in for a while, cherishing each moment together.
Let's say that 5 of us started the journey, 3 of us are left.
It is has been a wild ride. Unfortunately, it looks like Tim Dunn, the funniest man in Lake Conneaut, Pennsylvania, who is, well, we'll get to his special distinction alongside Ken, was going to be a part of this segment, but will not be. So Ken will have to soldier on. Let's get Ken in here.
Yeah.
Glad to be here.
Wow, there he is. Ken, welcome. Look at this.
I'm sorry?
Let's see this sweater.
All right, so it's a little funny. So it says freeze. But it's a snowman holding a hair dryer.
Mm-hmm.
It's very festive.
That happens.
I want you to do the work of explaining to everyone. Do not say the name of the group. First and foremost, do not say the name of the group, but explain the Facebook group that you, me, Caitlin, Lake Conneaut's Tim Dunn, and Joanna Tillman, friend of the show, were all a part of. Explain what the group was without saying its name.
So it is a Christmas year-round group that requires a small written test to get into, which one of the questions truly is, we are a Christmas year-round group. Are you okay with that? So essentially it's a group of people ranging from, I'd say, teens to, the elderly, who share a love for Christmas year round. And when I say year round, the post that came up on December 26th saying that they are very sad and they are already counting down till next year, it was immense.
It's a very innocent group, and our group of friends had taken to doing little messages that were sort of to each other, but they were kind. Rodney, can you show one that I did? The Polar Express message.
I also don't know how innocent they are because they get very upset if someone pulls a happy holiday card.
Understood. Yes.
Okay.
So, this is my post from 2019. I said, my friend says Polar Express is a good movie. Will I like it? You can see that this has over 1,000 likes and over 800 comments. And they all are like this. This wonderful person, Lesmies, who I've never met, says, Caitlin, was Santa Claus in the movie? If the answer is yes, then why the question?
Yeah, Caitlin, why the question?
And that's actually one of the saucier replies that you'll get. Mostly they're people just concerned, thank you, we don't need the image anymore, that you haven't seen it.
Okay, I just want to say, I have a few questions for you, Ken.
Well, I think we have to explain what Ken did. I don't think the audience knows.
I want to say this before I ask questions. Ken has got himself banned from this group. Yes, thank you, Brady, for pointing out there were a lot of comments, almost 1,000. But Ken, you have been permanently banned for life from this Facebook group.
And you are the second friend for that to happen.
I don't want to talk about how you got banned yet. First and foremost, I'm going to ask you, did you enjoy being a part of the group?
I did. That's the thing. I did enjoy being a part of the group. I think because it would make me smile whenever I saw someone posting in it truly year round. Like it would be March and someone would be like, we're going to do a watch party of the Polar Express. And it's like, and people are like, I'm in. And like, they're doing a Facebook Live of the Polar Express, which they do not have the right to. I don't know how they're streaming that there.
Tom Hanks is in the group.
Ken, before we get into how you got kicked out, I want to ask you a question.
Sure.
Something was giving you joy. Why did you want to burn it to the ground?
I wanted
to set your own house on fire.
Because of the people who I was in the group with who I truly care about, which is the two of you, apparently the funniest person you know, Tim Dunn, and
caveat, funny person we know at Lake Conroe.
Oh, got it. Oh, I don't know. I heard Carrot Top has a house out there. And Joanna Tillman. I kind of like blended all of our moments in there together of when we would just comment on things. I was very bored one night and the people were posting. It was the middle of summer in a pandemic. What do you expect me to do? And I thought of Caitlin posting the Polar Express bit, and then Tim also the reason why he got banned. And I was like, I wonder how far I could push it before somebody calls me out on something so dumb without pulling a Tim Dunn.
Okay, so before we get into what you did,
okay,
in your words, what did Tim Dunn do?
Okay, well, this is a family issue.
Tim did not log in tonight. He can't speak for himself, so you get to speak for him.
What Tim Dunn
did.
Tim Dunn pushed the boundaries of the people's views in the group, I think.
Okay, be more explicit.
Language.
No, with like I said, the group ranged from like teens to the elderly, and I think those like 60 to 80 voters, they got out there and they voted him out.
It's a democracy, babe. Yeah, I would say they were different. I would say, Tim's it was vulgar. Yours was more you were doing a character. Sort of.
I didn't expect for this to happen. I just started to have fun with it after that. I didn't start the bit until I got over like 300 and something likes and like hundreds of comments, and I was like, now I'm gonna just see how far I can push this because
tell the folks at home what did you do?
I posted a photo of the claymation Rudolph, and I said, please settle a debate. Who is this? Now here's the thing. There was no debate. There was no debate, and I very much just said that just to see how many people could say Rudolph. And then when people just kept saying Rudolph, 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 I photoshopped a picture of him with the name Biff. And I kind of took my New Jersey roots and I put it in New Jersey. Like, I don't know, like this is kind of weird. In New Jersey, we actually call him Biff. And I photoshopped like the photo, like a cover of a DVD of the claymation, and people were like, no, it's Rudolph. It's Rudolph. And then I took it further by photoshopping from eBay a DVD copy that looks like I took the photo, and I made it Biff on there. So people on Twitter and stuff were being like, you're gonna cause a Mandela effect because people are gonna start freaking out. Do we have a photo? Oh, there he is. He's very adorable.
Biff.
There's Biff. And I also said, I hear a lot of people calling her Rudolph, and apparently she is Santa's reindeer. And people I just kept putting sprinkling little things, and I'm like, very much in New Jersey, this is what we called her. But nevertheless, I've actually, being from New Jersey, never heard him be called Santa. He was called Braxton Werthers, and now I'm just making up names and I'm photoshopping all of these titles. And just seeing how far it'll go. And then from that, I photoshopped one of Frosty, called him DJ Marcus. I took one of the Little Drummer Boy, and I said this was one of my favorites that my family would watch every year, and I called it Damien Plays the Hits.
At what point do you think that Ahmad was on to you? Santa?
No, I don't think they were on to me for a while because it got a lot of traction, and I kept going. I photoshopped me watching a Nestor the long-eared donkey into a DVD.
I'm sorry, Ken. I just need to interrupt you. Because look, I am.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
I want to know, was it worth it?
Right.
Was what you did worth getting kicked out of the most magical space on Facebook?
It was, because I'm now in a new Christmas group. I'm in a new Christmas group that a lot of people from Australia post in, and you better believe I posted the link to this show in it tonight.
Hi, Australians.
Hi, Australia.
Who celebrate Christmas in July a lot because it's their winter, so they have a little party sometimes.
They do.
I can't believe you didn't text message us about this other group before this.
Well, honestly, the only reason why I'm in that group is because people on Twitter were like, hey, I'm in a Christmas group too, and we would love you and accept you. And they sent me the link, and it's called I Love Christmas, and I joined it. And then a week later, after all of, because I knew I had some fans on Twitter in the group. A week later, I was quiet in the group, never said anything, and I posted a photo of Braxton Werthers is coming to town, and I said, settle a debate. Y'all know who this is. And that was it.
I have a couple of questions, but before I ask my questions, audience, if you have questions for Ken, throw them in the chat.
Please.
And Rodney's going to pick the best questions. But while y'all are thinking about what questions you want to ask Ken, I know. Oh, first, okay, so we do have one.
We cannot
undo. All right, be explicit. Ken, it's responsibility. Explain what Tim did.
I don't want you to say what he actually said at all.
I mean, I'll spell it out. I won't say it. I don't remember the exact post, but I know he made a very
do because I don't think you'd be encouraging it.
He made a very long. You don't want me to say, or should I say it?
Don't.
Oh, I won't say. I won't. Okay. Well, long story short, he made a very long post, but used the wrong spelling of the word "come." Was that giving it away? Did I say it? I did say it.
I think everyone can figure it out from there.
And people lost their minds. They're like, "That's disgusting." Yay!
To be honest, I love you, Tim. If you were here, I would drag you hard.
The truth is, we just miss our friends in our Christmas group, and we're
Tim and I have been texting, and he sent me screenshots. So StreamYard will have a ticket when they get to work in the morning about Tim not being able to connect. He's had so many technical difficulties.
Tim has a ticket in the StreamYard.
If I was you, I'd be scared because this could be the Facebook group coming for Tim.
They know where he is now.
Yeah, and once they're done with him, they're coming for you.
Honestly, I think this is what's happened. When you did that Christmas group wrong, they ruined you.
I can't believe that. I mean, here's the thing. I didn't know I got banned until the next morning when I went to check on it because people on Twitter were like, how's it going? And I looked, and it was like I couldn't even find the group. I am shadow banned and banned to the point where I can't even search the group.
Wow. So Caitlin's husband, who's obviously in another room from where she is asking, when you are deported for your anti-Christmas views, do you think it will be to Australia?
I hope. They seem to already accept me with open arms. And I would like to go because I think I could bring their like Home Alone 2 Lost in New York to them.
Beautiful.
And maybe like play like, like we do like a Christmas pageant with everyone.
Amazing.
Well, Ken, you're our prodigal Christmas son. We want to see you return to the group. Maybe you can break a new Facebook identity.
People on Twitter, it was wild. I searched the words Braxton Werthers, and people changed their Twitter names to that. That was the wild. That's when I knew I was making an impact on pop culture.
Wow.
Wow.
I simultaneously hate you and love you for what you've done.
Love you guys.
I love you. My little brother that's not my little brother. All right. Well, we are almost to the end of the show, but we literally, legally, scientifically, physically, we could not do a Christmas show without having dear friend and confidant of We Stan, Zeke Smith. Hey, Rogers.
Hello there, my dears. Happy Christmas in July.
Wow.
I'm here at Zeke's house. I've descended from heaven.
Wow.
And I'm here at Zeke's house because he is in the midst of writing his musical about a college football team that is heavy on the dance and the arias, as he is. So I said, well, don't worry about it, sonny boy. I'll come in down from heaven and speak to Miss Lauren and Miss Caitlin on your behalf. So
wow, Rogers.
Yeah.
thank you so much for being here.
Well, Lauren and Zeke were always so kind to invite me to their Christmas parties at Zeke's apartment. And, I don't have too many memories of those nights, I'll tell you that much. But that's how you know we had a good time.
That's how you know.
Kenny, what is the weirdest thing you ever found in your beard after a Lauren and Zeke Christmas party?
You know what? That is very interesting. Well, I think it depends on the party. And I remember the first party I came home with a tear-soaked Cards of Humanity card stuck in my beard because I think I have fleeting memories of while everyone else was drinking and enjoying the substances of their choice, there was a coterie of women and homosexual boys sitting in the corner crying and playing Cards of Humanity. You remember that?
That feels vaguely reminiscent, Kenny.
This is the kind of party Loretta Lynn hoped people would make Crisco cookies and bring.
Well, I'll tell you. Zeke cooks his chocolate chip cookies with butter-flavored Crisco, which is a real product. It is delicious.
Absolutely.
It is. You look at the Nestle Toll House cookie recipe, and it says use 2 sticks of unsalted butter. You don't want to do that. You want to use 1 thick slab. It comes like in a foil wrapped plastic thing. One of those thick slabs of butter flavored Crisco, not regular Crisco sticks.
No.
Butter flavored Crisco. And I don't want you to be confused. Crisco is a vegan product, and butter flavored Crisco still vegan.
No.
Wow. We love
you. Oh, okay. Caitlin's again coming in to say, love doing Gambler versus playing for keeps.
Gambler 5 playing for keeps.
Gambler 5. That is one of I think that's one of my major motion pictures that I made.
Yeah, were the top 3 gamblers to you?
Well, the first one's a classic. You could say it went too commercial, right? I would say Gambler 17 really has some hard truth that no one was ready to hear about sooner. Truth about the effects of long-term alcoholism. And Gambler 94 was really about middle age and joint pain, and I guess that's really what resonated with me most towards the end of my life.
I appreciate that so much, Kenny. Now, Kenny, you seem to have a totem in your hand.
Well, this is, what? I thought I was going to be coming here all original with my cowboy hat topped with a Santa hat that Miss Lauren gave me. And I got a nutcracker threesome, these 3 nutcracker fellows all having sex with each other. It's a home. I'm in a homosexual house, and so I think it's sort of a homosexual situation.
Okay.
But I guess it's like, oh, put the dick in. Oh, I'm stuck in the dick. Put the dick. You know what I mean?
Kenny Rogers.
Kenny, I do know what you mean. I didn't know that that's what you meant, though.
Look, I worked in the entertainment industry since I was 7 years old. I know everything you could possibly know. And I'll tell you what, I've been up in heaven. I mean, I'm sort of borderline getting into heaven. I think spending time with Miss Dolly, sort of pushed me over the edge. There are a bunch of tight-ass fuddy-duddies up there, and I want to come down here and drink and have a little fun and say some curse words.
I love that about you, Kenny. To me, okay, Brady says, Kenny, big fan. So good to see you on the stream.
Oh, he's the fellow who had the hat and the nutcracker as well.
Now, I do have a little question for you, Kenny, because you are Christmas. And I feel like you have been a part of Christmas, you have built Christmas, you have observed Christmas. Now, to anyone
hung out with Jesus.
I know.
I think we all do. We all are right now.
Yeah.
To anyone that is trying to put a little more Christmas in their life, what is your advice? How do you get more Christmas in your life?
Well, I feel like you have to do the deep dive for the good Christmas music first, right? You might not want to pull up Dolly in my Christmas albums from the 80s. You might think that doesn't speak to my time now, but it does, because there was lots of pain in the 80s, and it's pain we feel now. And I think the second is you want to throw a big party. It is essential to throw a big party and invite Oh, yeah. Once Upon a Christmas. That's one of our albums. We did 2 together. In fact.
Wow. Okay, Kenny. This is just gonna go in the background. You keep talking.
All right, great. But I think the key really is, you gotta to feel the Christmas spirit. It's about being around people. It's about feeling whole, part of a community. You want to open up your home. You want to have a lot of food that's easy to go down, that feels very homey. You want to have a lot of booze. You want to have substances of a diverse kind to serve a diverse audience, and you want to open your home for any and all who might want to come into your home and have sex in your bathroom. And I really feel that's the spirit of Christmas.
Now, Kenny, I feel many have had sex in your bathroom. Is there any advice you have to both hosts and participants?
Well, a thing that I did not catch on to until later in my Christmas party hosting career is that when you want to have sex in the bathroom, especially in the winter months, you got a lot of surfaces that don't retain heat, so the bathroom may be a little chillier than other places.
Yeah.
So I think it's only right and proper to have a space heater in the bathroom that can be utilized in case people want to strip down and do clothes. And now having a space heater in the bathroom is also helpful if you want to engage in water sports.
Wow. Kenny, thank you so much.
You seem like a man who has a space heater. You have generator on your property. You think of everything.
Well, I do my best. I'm a Southern boy at heart, and I there's a Christmas song coming into my heart, and I think Miss Lauren knows it. It's one of my quieter hits. In fact, most people don't even know that I wrote it. But it's very popular in the state of Oklahoma, and so it's been co-opted by a jewelry store, but I think Miss Lauren knows what I'm talking about. Are we ready?
I do know. Sing it loud, sing it proud.
And a 5, 6, 7, 8. Most sales are after Christmas, but Clark's is just before. Most everything is marked way down. Savings you can't ignore. At Oklahoma's oldest jeweler since 1892. Give the gift can't fail from BC Clark's anniversary sale.
Wow. Beautiful.
Kenny, I've always felt a connection to you. I didn't understand how deep that connection really was until this moment. Kenny, we're about to run out of time here, but if there's anything that you can share about how folks can live the holiday spirit year round. Times have been dark, Kenny. Times are dark.
They're dark.
We're feeling
we don't have you anymore. I mean, we do.
I know. I'm dead. You just haven't.
We don't have you, and I feel like that was a real tipping point. And folks are feeling real burnt out, and folks are feeling real sad. Like, do you have any advice for the people watching, for the people listening, for the people that will stumble upon this by accident? How can we keep the spirit of Kenny? How can we keep the spirit of Christmas alive? And how can we refill our souls?
Yeah, well, I think the message of Christmas is right in there in what Jesus taught us, which is hope. Hope that things will get better. Hope that things will change. Yeah. And for me, I know in my hard times, I always knew that I could look forward to Christmas, and I would build this great Christmas in my mind. And then I would dedicate myself to bringing that vision to life, to hanging the lights in my home, to cooking the nice meals, to making the invitation, to not being asked to be brought into someone's happiness, but bringing the world into your own happiness. And I think that's how we must live Christmas, is we must always find the love in ourselves and bring others towards that love so that they know they are hugged tightly in a nice, warm, hairy-chested, white-bearded hug.
Wow. Kenny, this is why every night I send my prayers to you.
Well, you shouldn't. You should say them to my good friend Dolly Parton. I learned everything I know. I learned from her. She changed my life.
Tim Dunn, the funniest man at Lake Conneaut, who has no internet service. He says you look great. I think
he does. He's been dead for 3 months, but he's looking amazing.
Well, yes, there are the skin care products available in heaven are. I tell you, they're better than the Korean ones. You know, the Korean ones are really the best because the Koreans, they regulate the skincare products like the Italians regulate their cheeses and their wines. And I will tell you, there's like government certifications. If you're going to buy a beauty product, buy a Korean beauty product. I don't work for them. I don't need money anymore. But the Heaven ones, they're good too.
Wow, Kenny.
Kenny, I am feeling full of the Christmas spirit.
Well, actually, I have a friend who wants to come say hi.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness!
Hello. This is my my terrestrial lover boy. His name's Nico.
Hi.
He's a star.
Terrestrial lover boy.
Yeah, you know, Kenny, I met Kenny during a seance. And we really just clicked.
See, Nico here, he is partnered with a younger man, but sometimes he craves the strength and maturity of an older man. And
I mean, there's just maturity, nuance, comfort, stability that comes with a deceased country pop star.
Yeah.
Now, Nico, I know you're just popping in, but like, what is it about Kenny that you are drawn to?
His chicken. I mean, we all love and it's legendary Kenny Rogers roasters.
Yes, I got two full birds. I got Brian in right now, and we're gonna roast them on up afterwards. But I got two big birds. Went to Costco today, and we got two big old birds. Two big birds, one bag.
Yeah.
Now, you couldn't buy one bird. You had to buy two, and they're in the bag.
You gotta have two. You can't have one.
It's Costco, and people were like, "Why is Nico Santos talking to himself?" And I'm like, "I'm talking to my lover, deceased Kenny Rogers. Please leave me alone."
So Tim Dunn, famously, who can't get internet connection to work, wants to know, Kenny turned gay when he died? So the question, I guess, is, was he always gay, or did it happen?
Let me tell you, Kenny Rogers has never been defined by any of man's boundaries. I will first say that. And the second is, I am most known, you could argue, for my long-lasting, decades-long relationship with a beautiful, busty woman that was always wholly platonic.
Yeah.
There you go.
So I'll let you connect the dots.
Relationships contain multitudes. We get things out of different people.
I mean, what are these labels anyway? Gay, straight, living, deceased, whatever. You know, it's just who cares?
It's all a spectrum.
It's all a tool of the patriarchy and the colonial.
Nico, I have to ask, since you've successfully crossed over to the other side, for anyone that's hoping to make contact with a deceased icon, do you have any tips?
I would definitely say go through a medium. I mean, the only reason this happened is because
Nico is a trained psychic. Yes. Yeah.
I also had a publicist, and I was like, "Can you set up the seance?"
That's true.
You know, I'm like, I'll try, and then it just worked out. You know, so
that's amazing.
Go through a publicist / media.
Well, I mean, I think we got to get Fat Carrie Bradshaw with John Hurd. You know, we said before that was an impediment, and now we know that was small-minded of me.
Now, and I know Kenny, Nico, you both know Fat Carrie.
We do,
Do you have any advice on how we can make this happen?
Yes. Well, here's the thing. Fat Carrie doesn't know when someone's coming for him because Kenny Rogers has made a move or two on Miss Fat Carrie Bradshaw back in the day at those Christmas parties. There was nothing. Not a sign of interest. So I think you got to be able to open your eyes and know believe in yourself and love yourself and find yourself attractive before you can see that from the outside in.
So whether
Benjamin Farha is also someone who, if he would have stayed a little bit later at Christmas parties, would have had a fun time with Kenny Rogers.
But
Kenny.
You only live once or twice.
We're not.
The moral of the story is you gotta love yourself before anyone else can love you back.
Absolutely,
that's true. That's right. Yeah. That's one of the few accurate statements RuPaul has ever made.
Well, y'all, we're about to wrap this up, but before we say goodbye, because you are icons, Y'all have any advice for keeping the holiday season in your heart year round?
I mean, don't ever let it leave. Just keep it, don't ever let it leave. Just keep it in there. Like your feelings. Just bottle it up. Don't let it go.
Christmas in July, it's like Kenny Rogers living,
Yeah. I also, last piece of advice, burn Christmas scented candles all year round.
Amen. Listen, Kenny, thank you for rising from the dead for us. Nico, can I just say, Nico, every time I see you, you're hotter than the time before. I don't know what you're doing, but you're aging.
I mean, I guess it's the quarantine.
Literally, every time I see your face, I'm like, how did he get hotter?
Well, so kind of you, but it's just this is smoke and mirrors too. So.
Like, y'all are a hot, like, Kenny and Nico, like, I know you're stepping out on my best friend right now because I know you're dating my friend Zeke, but, like, honestly, you and Kenny, Nico and Kenny, it's hot. Don't tell Zeke I said this, but, like, y'all are
we have an understanding. Okay. Kenny is my deceased lover.
Yeah,
and
get it.
Zeke
Whatever works for y'all.
It's my boyfriend on this plane. You know what I mean? So it's like, if somebody's cheating, I got hoes in different dimensions.
And
I love that about you. Y'all are
there's sexual limits, so it's not that big a deal.
Y'all are two of the most beautiful souls I have ever met, I've ever engaged with. And
Kenny Rogers coming all the way from England. Thank you so much. Nico Santos. I mean, this is amazing. Thank you so much.
I mean, we got Kenny Rogers, Superstar, and we got Nico Santos from Superstore. We had a Superstar and a Superstore together. Come on.
Superstore.
Come on now. Caitlin, do you feel like there's spirit in your heart?
I feel like I just want to do it all over again.
I mean, me too, every day. And the thing is like, if you're watching, if there's one thing you take from tonight, I hope it's that you got hoes in different dimensions.
And what part did you start drinking?
Oh, early on. Did y'all not know? So I had 2 mugs. The mug with water, y'all rarely saw. The mug with Dwyer's, y'all saw much more.
All right. Well, we got to thank Angel Yao, Chris Burns, Gary Bradshaw, Ali Gondor, Tim Dunn. We always thank you. We always thank you. Ken McGraw, thank you for telling your story and your truth. Brady O'Callahan, Anderson Summersell, Ellie Hahn. Zeke Smith was a no-show, but thank you, Kenny Rogers.
And thank you, Kenny, for bringing your lover on this plane, Nico Santos.
So shout out to all the lovers on the planes.
And y'all, if you tuned in tonight because you were hoping to see Legina Hill or Jonathan Braylock or Tessa Hirsch, don't worry. We're going to be featuring those beautiful voices on our social media this week.
Yes.
So be sure to follow us at We Stand Social on Instagram, mostly on Instagram, on Twitter. But we're going to be highlighting the amazing work of those folks. Legina is an incredible character actress, and we're going to be posting some of her Christmas-themed sketches this week. And Jonathan Braylock is the host of Black Men Can't Jump in Hollywood, and we're going to be posting those links. And Tessa Hirsch is the face of fucking H&R Block. I said fucking H&R Block. I did. But we're going to be posting links to all of them. So if you tuned in tonight hoping to see them, don't worry. We're going to be sharing their amazing, incredible voices. But, it's 2020, and 2020 is a bitch. And she don't always have the plans for you that you have for yourself. That's all I'm going to say.
Whoa! Bonus.
Whoa!
Thank you all. Merry Christmas, Lauren.
Merry Christmas, Caitlin.
We stand our audience. We love you. Merry Christmas.
We stand you. We love you. And slide into our DMs if you want let us know what you want for our next live stream, okay?
Yeah, absolutely.
And follow us at We Stand Social on all social media, and listen to the podcast and tell your friends and family and give us a review. I have been drinking.